Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be talking about DOM manipulation using D3.js, so let's get started. So first off, let's go on and make a copy of our template folder here, and let's call this DOM manipulation example. And we should, we'll call this template here. And so then let me go on and cd into our DOM manipulation folder. And let me go on and do something like here. And we want to go on and open up our index in here. And what we're going to be doing a little bit today is, again, talking about here is this the DOM element manipulation. Okay, so as before, we were able to select DOM elements, okay, using the select and select all statements. And again, this is, so what we'll do with those is on top of those, we'll start using different DOM manipulation techniques. So the first one we're going to talk about is using text. Okay, so let me go and also open up my example.js, this empty one here. And the first thing that we're going to wind up doing is let's go on and create up a couple different tags. We'll go over to the index.html, and we're going to create up a couple different types of tags. So first off, we'll do some paragraph tags. And our goal here is to use the text method. Okay, so d3.select. Here we're going to grab the first p tag, and then we also want to go on and grab the text, and I'm going to say this is a paragraph. Now, the next thing we want to do, let's go on and run our server. And it's going to be running there. And notice here, this is a paragraph. So actually, if I go on and comment this out, and I refresh this, notice it's empty. I uncomment this. Then we're going to have that paragraph tag, and let me right click and insert our selection. And so here, if I go here and I look inside of that div tag, okay, we have this is a paragraph. So it inserted that text into the into that first p tag, again because we used the select. So it went and it searched inside, it kind of started at the top, looked around and said, oh, here's the first p tag, I'm going to select that text in there. Now, on the other hand, if we wanted to, okay, we could have used the select all, and we could have put it in everything. Okay, so if we go here and check, yep, inside that first div tag, this is a paragraph, and then inside of that second paragraph tag in there, this is a paragraph. And so it just copied everything in. Now, this is not useful for this particular instance because, again, it did it all and just pasted the same thing. Later on, we'll be able to kind of iterate over a list, and we'll be able to input in maybe a bunch of different paragraphs with a bunch of different information. Same thing with maybe list attributes, those types of things as well. But again, most of the time, if you do have some issue where all of a sudden everything became the same, well, that is because you probably chose select all instead of select. Don't worry. I'm going to go on and comment that out. And one thing you can do, if you noticed here, I put this on a new line. That's simply so that I can, again, you can chain these as many as you want. But again, JavaScript doesn't care a whole lot about our white space. And so I'm going to start putting them on new rows just so that we can fit everything in. And I find it to be a little bit more comfortable. The next thing that I want to do is use the append method. So d3 dot, and let's say something like we want to select. Here we want to select the body. Okay, and then we're going to append p tag. Okay, so let me go here, and I'm going to actually I'll comment those out. And we're going to go, you know what? No, I'm going to delete them. So, and I'm going to shrink you down a little bit. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to just say, first put a paragraph in here. First paragraph, P here, second paragraph. Okay. Now there are, if I go over here and I refresh, there are currently, oh, and I need to comment you out. Refresh. So there are 2 P tags, first paragraph, second paragraph. If I uncomment this and let this run and I refresh, notice there is now a third P tag there at the bottom, but it is empty. Okay, so then the next thing that we would want to do then is if we appended this, so again here, our text, we have first paragraph, second paragraph, but in our example here, we can also add in here text, what did I say? Third paragraph. Okay, and maybe, yay, third paragraph. Okay, so we go here, and now look, yay, third paragraph, and we did this with D3. We inserted that paragraph, then we inserted text into that new paragraph after we've appended it to the body tag, or the body section. So again, that's very useful, but now another thing that we can do is use the insertion method, okay, to create a new element and insert it into the selected element. Okay, so let's go on and comment this one out. And you know what, let me put some notes in here. Text method here, and this is the append method, and then let's go on here and put another one in insert method. So this insert method again is going to put something inside here. So I'm going to delete these, and I'm going to put something like a div tag in here, and let's give it a little bit of style here, and let's do let's give it a border of 2 pixels and make it a solid line. And then inside of this div, we're going to put in a paragraph and say here is a paragraph. Okay, now our goal, let me go on and run this. Okay, so here is a paragraph. All right, now our goal in here is to add a second paragraph. Okay, so we want to put something underneath this, and we wanted to put it inside of this box, inside of this div tag. So what are we going to do? Well, first off, again, we know that there is only one div tag in here, so maybe let's just go in and put in a second div tag. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it blank. And again, notice nothing actually happens here, but we want to insert it into the first div tag. Okay, so we're going to do that here. And so let's do something like d3.select. Here we want to grab the div, and again, we want to make sure that it's just the first div. We're going to insert in there a paragraph tag, and then we want to go on and put some text in there and say, here is my new paragraph. Okay, so if we run this, here is my new paragraph. Okay, so again, if we, let's say that we accidentally put the select all in there, I'm going to put select all, and I ran this, notice now you have this extra, here's my new paragraph. So again, our goal though is to grab that first one, we only want it on one, and then again, maybe I would say, oh, I actually have an empty div tag in here, so let me go in and delete that as well. So that works. Let me refresh it now. Notice it is gone. The next thing that we're going to want to look at in here is the, what would we like to do in here? Let's go on and remove something, okay? So we have in here, I'm going to comment you out. And we want to remove something. So what do we want to remove? So here is the remove method. I'm going to move it on up there. And what do we want to actually do? Let's go back over here and see what we have. We have a paragraph here. Let's go on and put another let's go on and put a second paragraph here, okay? And we want to go on and, if I run this second paragraph, I want to delete or remove this second. Maybe we'll remove the first paragraph, okay? So if we do that, and we do something like d3.select here, and we want to select P, then we do .remove. Run this, and it deletes it. Okay, so again here, let's go back. It's there. Notice if I grab this inspection element in here and I look inside that div, there are 2 paragraphs. I want to delete that first paragraph in there. Then I can go on and run this, remove it, and again, it does remove that first P tag in there. Okay, and so this is great for removing elements. So we've talked about inserting elements, removing elements, appending elements to the bottom. We've inserted text in as well. The next thing is actually, I find this to be very fun, is we can actually just insert HTML directly into an element. Okay, so let's go here and I'm going to edit this and say, we're just going to leave this first paragraph in here. Okay, and let's say that we want to go through and we'll select P, all right, and then we'll, whoops, you know what? So here we're going to use the HTML method. Okay, we can insert HTML directly. So let's do d3.select in here, and we're going to select that paragraph, HTML, and then let's say that inside of there we're going to do something like emphasis of this is a new inner HTML. Add that emphasis in there. Okay. Okay, and so now this is a new inner. Now look what it did. Okay, so inside it actually it exchanged out what it had in there. Okay, so before, and if we can just go over here, it says here is a paragraph. This is a new inner HTML, or we can say this is a new paragraph, or maybe something like we changed the paragraph. Okay, so again, we can do all kinds of things as well as adding in style or anything else. And this is kind of fun for when we start having more interactivity as well, like you hover over something and you want it to change, or maybe you have the user click on something and you want it to change as well. Those are things you're going to be able to do. So now let's go on and talk about the attribute method. So here it's the attr or attribute method. And this one, let's go on and change up what's inside of here. And let's say that we want to add in some style. And we'll add in an error style in here, let's say. Color is, do we want red? Yeah, we'll just do a basic red for an alert. And then let's go on and, you know what, I'm gonna take this outside the body. Put it here. And so let's go on and put P here and something like error. This is an error. Okay. And then let's go on and run this. Okay, so this is an error. We didn't actually do anything to it. Okay, but we want to give an attribute, okay, to this paragraph. Okay, so if we do that, we can do d3.select here, grab P, and so we're grabbing that particular piece in there. Okay, we want to change the class to, I think it was just, yeah, error. Okay, so we're going to give it that class of error. Oh, and there it is. It changed it. So then again, you can have your CSS style, some sort of style sheet. You can reference it, grab it, pull it in, and you can instantly start changing everything around with your attributes. Okay, and now we will be using this attribute method a lot later on when we are starting to make proper plots or changing up and editing SVG files or anything else. Okay, so the next one that we want to talk about, okay, and maybe what I'll do is I'll put a note here. To be honest, they're all important. And so the next one that we want to do here is property. Okay, the property method here, and let's go on and do something like this. So let's go here. I'm going to delete that style. I'm gonna delete that, and let's say in here JavaScript here, and we'll do we're going to label it, and we'll say something like inside here we want let's actually, I don't think we actually want to put a label on it for now. Let's go and remove the label and do something like an input here. The type, let's do a checkbox, and then we'll do another one here and say Python here, input, input here, and again we'll do another checkbox. And so then let's go on and take a look real quick. Okay, so now notice here we have these checkboxes. Okay, now let's go on and do something kind of fun with this. So we can do our property. So we can do d3.select here, input, and then we do something like a property, and we'll do checked true. Okay, notice, pick the first one. Okay, again, because we used select. If we did select all, turn them both on. Okay, so you can actually input in, you can grab a hold of and set properties of different elements as well with D3. So again, this is, you can start to see the power that we have of the DOM manipulation here. Now again, we've the next one that we're going to talk about is the style, okay, method. And again, we've played with the style method before, and so let me go on and just do a quick one here and do d3.select here, p.style here, and let's do color And let's just change it to aqua. Oh, and this is a comma, not. Okay, so again, grab the first one, we change the color to aqua. If we wanted to grab them all, we could use the select method. And again, the style is allowing us to change any of the styling attributes that we have. We can do all kinds of other things with it as well that we've seen before, and we'll see them more again. Now, the last thing that we want to cover today is the classed method. Okay, and this is used to set the class attribute or modify the class list property to selected elements. So if we go back to our other example of, let's have this and do something like P is an error, and then we do some styling here, and we say dot error is going to be color of fire brick. Okay, so let's go on and change and edit that class method. So first off, all we have to do is do d3.select. Here we want to grab the paragraph tag, classed, and we are going to change it to the error is true. Okay, so if we take and we look and we inspect that element in here, notice now the class is actually error. Okay, so let's do this as a bit of a comparison, and I'm going to change this to style color fire brick. Notice it changed the style to color fire brick, okay? So again, we have multiple ways now of changing the styles, the colors, the classes of everything that we have. So today we have covered all of the DOM manipulation aspects that D3 has. There are a couple other specialty things that we would talk about as we go on. But again, if you guys like this, please comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.